Yo, welcome to the 2022 NS9 Fanboy Awards. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we have our co-host, Tyler. We have Jim. What's up, boys?
What's going on? Happy Fanboy Award night.
Happy
You guys
Fanboy
aren't
Award.
dressed up like you were last year.
What about you? Where are you dressed up?
I don't dress up. We know that about me.
I wore a sweatshirt.
It's fair.
I've
Where's
got a
that?
hoodie because it's freezing.
Dude, it's cold.
Yeah.
Sorry for your luck.
What's that weather like over there, Bernardo?
I mean, it's actually, well, the high today was 64. So it was kind of chilly today.
What's
Hence
the
the
weather
sweatshirt.
right now? I figure your computer would tell you.
It is 55 and clear.
It is 31.
That's dumb.
38 here.
My computer just told me it's 31 degrees.
Stupid. Stupid.
There was snow this morning. I'm assuming, Jim, you had it as well.
No,
You
we
didn't
didn't have
have
any snow.
Okay.
Nope.
My dog
Has
looked
no
like
snow.
he was like Scarface, just digging in there.
Scarface.
I was trying to think of something.
And you thought of Scarface.
Oh,
I mean, I like it.
yeah. Many to choose from. But it's fanboys.
This is a good night. This is a time where we reflect on the year. Some fans are going to win some fanboy awards. I mean, first off, again, like we had to call them the Fanboy Awards, right? Of course we did. But it's kind of cool because there's some nice ones, there's some fun ones, there's some mean ones. Like it's a nice mixture. And again, we took about half of them to Twitter to vote on, right? So people got to nominate people for certain awards, then the fans voted on them. The other ones is coming basically from us. And again, yeah, it's a nice mixture. Like again, fans get to win awards, players, even media members. So it's a good time.
Essentially, if like you are on Twitter or X now and you win an award, you were voted on for that.
That's right.
It is a prestigious award. I would imagine it's the most prestigious fan award on Pirates Twitter.
As the OHSBCA ATCOY 2023, I would rather a fanboy. Nobody knows what I would just said, but
You know what's funny is I do.
I know both of you do, but
I'm not even sure all the letters you strung across, but knowing how long it is and knowing it was coming from you, I know
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
I'm not sure if the order was correct there, but just go ahead and show Kenny's comment there, and that pretty much nails it.
There it is. Second most prestigious behind only the Dundies. And I don't know. I think the Dundies maybe right now have it, but NS9 Fanboy Awards are coming.
All I can say is I feel God in this Chili's tonight. Jim got it.
That was good. All right, let's roll right into this. Let's go.
All right. Well, then here's what we're going to do. So the first half, these are the ones that are voted on by the fans. So again, people of Twitter nominated all these people in these categories. The top 4 of the nominations went to vote, and these were the ones that were voted on amongst all of Twitter/X. So for the very first 2023 NS9 Fanboy Award, the best Twitter account. And the winner of the best Twitter account is Platinum Key 13. Now I have to say, I'll say my 2 cents in this. Pretty deserving. This was a newer account on my radar. I feel like this year it definitely took off. A lot of clips quickly. I mean, quicker than probably most media members were putting stuff out there with.
Yeah.
But yeah, the best Twitter account goes to Platinum Key 13.
Well deserved. Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of effort to be that consistent and that quick with clips and such, night in and night out. Good job. Very useful and resourceful account. like you mentioned, kind of a newer one on the scene. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. I know, like you mentioned, quicker than most media. If you were looking for a clip or a highlight of something that happened to the game, that account probably had it up before anybody else. So, however you're doing that, good job. You did it better than anybody else.
I think the other positive to say about that account is that they do a very good job of not just focusing on the Pirates took the lead here and they share a clip of that. They find minuscule things to share. I don't know how they do it at all, but it's a very fun account to follow. And they also don't. We've seen some other accounts that have done things like that like to maybe parlay that into sharing too much of their own bad opinions. And that account has not done that at this point.
That's fair. That's fair. And I want to say, like, I feel like I know how the person does it, and if it is that route, like, either way, that's dedication. That's a lot of effort, and again, how quickly you do that in.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos to
It's a
Platinum
lot of
P30.
baseball watching.
We
Yeah.
know, and that's the thing. You're not only watching the baseball game, but you're doing that aspect of it too, and sending that out to the people, so they have those clips. And like you said too, there's like some pretty obscure stuff. It's not just like, oh, here's Kutch's 300th. Well, I guess it didn't happen, but you know what I mean? You know, all kinds of randomness. So good stuff.
Shots taken.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Cool.
All right, are we who wants to go next? Who's going next?
You're next.
We
I'm next.
literally talked about this 8 minutes ago.
All right, I wasn't paying attention. So yeah. All right, so we covered best Twitter account. Next up is worst Twitter account. You, the fans, voted, and I'm not sure if I quite agree with this one, but hey, we go with whoever the people choose, and the people have chosen at the Pony Express Andrew Filipponi as the worst Twitter account. So congrats to you, Pony. I love Pony's account, if we're being honest. So I'm a little disappointed with this pick, but yeah, the people thought that was the worst account of the year. So congrats to Pony, friend of the show. He's been on before.
Yep.
I don't actually know what Pony's done wrong this year about the Pirates.
I mean, he makes a lot of just outlandish
Well,
claims.
he does, but like,
but
I don't feel like anything's been about the Pirates. I don't feel like anything's been crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like there were many other very, very.
I agree with. Like, there are way more egregious accounts out there.
Way more.
Speaking of one, you know, right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, why do we not just name that the Bucko Mike Award?
Yeah, we could. We
Self-proclaimed eighth
yeah.
worst, 8-time worst Twitter account. Yeah, I'm kind of with you guys too. I get the whole like Pittsburgh hatred towards Pony, and then therefore that's probably why he won it, right? But if you're actually talking like worst pirate account, I don't think it comes close to it either. I think there's well more deserved accounts. But like you said, it is what it is. The fans voted for Pony. I get it. You know, like I said, like I get it, but I'm also on Jim's side, whereas like I like it. I enjoy a nice Pony tweet. And the thing is too, like most of the tweets that he does, and it's like when he was on the shows, I talked about with him. You can, I guess maybe more so at the beginning part, but you can kind of like he talks through it, and it's like it's not like the most outlandish thing, but it's always going to be the opposite every single time. It doesn't matter. It will always not happen. The opposite thing will. So yeah, like he's probably pissed a lot of people off, but congrats, Pony. The worst Twitter account.
Congrats, man.
What I would say about Andrew Filipponi is that nothing he says makes me want to lose my mind. There's a lot of people on Pirates Twitter that make me want to lose my mind. And nothing he says makes me think that he is pretentious about the Pirates, at least. There's a lot of people that I would call pretentious on Pirates Twitter.
There are so many options. Pirates Twitter. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There's just so many.
let's just, are we all on the same page? Like we can all throw our hands in here and say, wrong choice here, fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a bad choice. They made the wrong move, but you know what? At the end of the day, we got to go with what they say.
We do. And I guess I'm up here, and we got the next award, which is the funniest Twitter account. And that is going to go to some fellow that might be hanging out there in our chat here. It's going to Vinny. Vinny, the funniest Twitter account. You get that award this year, bud.
Bucko Mike. No, shout out Vinny. Good job. I know Vinny. I think Vinny took home 3 pieces of hardware last year too. But no, congrats, Vinny. Always enjoy your tweets. Keep it up. Always good stuff from Vinny.
Yeah. We love Vinny here. That's for sure.
Good job, Vinny.
Is that it? You guys spent like an hour on Pony, and we have the funniest Pirates account. And it's like, oh, good job, Vinny. We're done.
Well, it's also not the only one. We have to talk about Vinny a couple times. I mean, just
like great foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
Way to just blow it all, Donardo.
The one thing I do want to say though is I think my funniest moment is still, and I should have got that ready. What I made it to a meme is Vinny and his NS9 Jeopardy. And I know it wasn't this year, but he was so awful. That episode just brings back memories, and I love the troll Vinny. That's why he's also like one of the funniest and the best Pirates Twitter accounts to follow, because he's funny to poke fun of. But yeah, the NS9 Jeopardy showing Vinny, that was good. What, -1,000 at that point?
Yeah, I'll say this about Vinny too. I feel like Vinny last year was almost like overly positive, whereas like Vinny this year, like almost switching to the dark side a little bit, and that just added to it.
We reeled him in.
You know what? Vinny gets it. He's getting older. He's been around a little while. Another year in the pipeline, just like the Pirates shoot their prospects, you just start to get worse. Which makes you better. That's how we're all here.
Love it.
Yep.
All right. Well, then let's move on to the next category. So that was funniest Pirates account. Next, we have the best Pirates memes. Do I even have to say it? Vinny, you win again. The best pirate memes. I will tell you one thing. If we're going to add up all the Vinny winnings, like this is the one that wins of the Vinny winnings. I think hands down of all these categories that he does win, he is absolutely the best at the pirate memes. And you know what I love about it is not just even like how creative he is, but like the amount, like the plethora of pirate memes that he has. And then every time the team loses, it's just a Vinny tweet, Vinny tweet, Vinny tweet. It's like the 38 memes he made that day.
Yeah.
All tweeted at them.
And some of them don't even make any sense. Like he'll have the Cabrian Hayes tweet, and Cabrian Hayes didn't even play. Like maybe Cabrian Hayes sat on the bench. He had a pinch hit appearance in the 8th inning and he struck out, but he'll still post his like 3 Cabrian Hayes memes underneath it.
And that's why he won the last award. That's why he's also the funniest.
You know what I love about Vinny? I hate positive people. There's very few people that I like that are positive. Vinny's one. I don't get it. I don't know why I like him.
That's high
But
praise.
there are certain people that are very positive that for some reason I just like. Vinny's one of them. There's maybe like a handful of people in my life that are super positive that I like. Vinny is one.
You remember that? You remember that comment we got from Starbucks this Monday, Jim, about like I typically don't like mailbag awards,
Yes,
or shows, but this one I kind of tolerated. That's Tyler to Vinny.
Yeah,
it is, man. There's like a few people that are like, in real life, you meet some bubbly people and you're like, for some reason, I just like you. And I hate most people like you. Vinny's in that mold for me.
That's impressive, Vinny. That deserves an award.
That's the best award he
It
takes home
is.
tonight.
Like, just if you're liked by me, like that's an accomplishment. Not that you want to have that accomplishment, but it's some sort of one.
All right, on to the next one. Is it my turn?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
I think I had this one last year too, so we must be going in the same order. All right, most charitable account. This is at least a back-to-back winner, maybe even a back-to-back-to-back winner. But around the 412 with the win here, and again, very well deserving. Great podcast, great people. They do a lot of events throughout the year, and yeah, good stuff always. They make a big impact in the Pittsburgh community, and they're, like I said, fun to listen to, fun to follow. Good stuff around the 412.
I mean, what more can you say there?
You
They
could
do a hell of a lot.
I say you could correct it for what they lack in a podcast. They make up in charitable efforts.
That's true. I was just being nice.
I was being honest.
No, they're great.
Love you, Smitty and Tyler. They do have the better Tyler. I will say that.
I mean, they got the uglier Tyler as well, but like they got an uglier podcast in general, but they donate a lot more. So I guess it evens out.
There it is.
There we go.
All right. Well, I don't know if there's much more to say about them since they win that one every year. Guess we'll go ahead and move on to the fan of the year. And it's another repeat offender here. It's going to be Platinum Key again. Fan of the year. Platinum Key.
I don't even know who. I've never seen him at a game before, so this is one I maybe disagree with. I think I would have gone with somebody who's like maybe not anonymous, who is like a big time fan. But again, congrats, great account, big fan. Obviously, you're a big fan if you're watching that many games and making that many clips. So again, well deserved. But yeah, I don't know. I think I would have gone another route.
So,
with this
Jim,
one.
I think right there you just argued against yourself because the amount of baseball he has to watch, or they have to watch, don't know if it's a he or she, but the amount of baseball they have to watch to be able to clip that much almost has to make them fan of the year.
Oh yeah, like there's no denying huge fan. I think I would have just sprinkled around the hardware a little bit.
Well,
that's all. I would have spread. I want to spread the love.
It's fair.
But no, a well-deserved win though.
Yeah, I guess that's how I kind of look at it too. I mean, if you're taking best Twitter account and best fan, that kind of go hand in hand in that sense. Like that's why he wins it both. And but like I guess I don't know like the fandomness or like the fanhood he has because you don't know who it is. It's not like I see him at baseball games all the time posting pictures. Like you have no idea who this person is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they perfected AI and it's a bot. And we're giving hardware to artificial intelligence.
Might not even be a real person. Yeah.
Right. Like that's I guess my little bit of a problem here. Like well deserved still. It's just I don't know who does he even have a Pirates jersey? No idea.
Do you need a Pirates jersey though to be a really good fan?
I don't think you need one, but it probably yes. I would imagine the best fan has a Pirates jersey.
My last Pirates jersey is Colin Moran.
You're not a good fan.
Fair.
You're an annoying fan.
You're a terrible fan.
Well,
nah, congrats. That's two awards. So you tied with Vinny. When you tie with Vinny in these things, it's a big deal.
Accomplishment.
Of course, Bucko Mike.
Bucko Mike. I already called him Platinum Fragile Place. Oh, so maybe Vinny does have some insight. He says, speaking on Platinum Key's behalf, He
Yep.
loves collecting Pirates baseball cards. So there you go.
He does. I can attest to that. I know when I post my stuff, he's always there commenting and liking on my baseball cards.
Where they have it. Well,
There
so
you go.
far, Platinum Key and Vinny with 2 fanboys.
On the next one.
So this is me. So this is the fans' vote, which of course, who better to vote on than the fans, right? So the favorite Pirates player of the year by the fans. Drum roll. I mean, honestly, everybody's shocked on this. David Bednar.
That's surprising to me. That's surprising to me. I would have thought Kutch wins this one if I had to guess. But Bednar winning, that's a big W for David Bednar. It just kind of goes back to what I was saying on Starbucks earlier. Lifelong contract. Turn him into a pierogi at the end of his career.
He's already shaped like one.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go. No, and what's not to love about David Bednar? One, he's from here, and then and he's just, I mean, he's one of the best closers in baseball. Just locked down 9th inning guy. He had maybe 2 blown saves all season long. Just ridiculous.
For God's sake, he comes out the renegade.
Right.
Is there more Pittsburgh than David Bednar?
He's pounding beers in the parking lot after his bobblehead night, like crushing irons in the clubhouse.
Like, he's absolutely a man of the people.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you guys. If this team is more competitive, is David Bednar more disliked?
No. Not at all.
Because I feel like, for the most part, every single closer, when this team's been competitive, has not been liked.
Really?
I disagree with that.
I thought you have your share. But I guess the
Everybody
way I'm going to
hated Benny
answer this,
Watson. People wanted Mark Melanson removed from closer.
I can't think of
hated Chris
anybody who
Grilly.
didn't like Mark Melanson. Like, the dude was
A lot
great.
of people didn't like Mark Melanson.
Well, those people are idiots.
There's a lot of idiots around here.
True. So the way I'm going to answer this, though, Tyler, is I will say yes. And it's not so much an indictment of that. It's, can he be liked any greater than he is right now? So the odds are he's going to be liked less. That's where I'm at.
It's impressive that he has gone this long without anybody really complaining about David Bednar.
And again, the fact that he's from here and, he plays in the whole Yinzer thing, like, all of that helps.
Yeah.
But like, to be fair, though, on the other side of it, the injury, this, that, the other, like, if he wasn't from Pittsburgh, there's a good chance that people would be like, why the hell is he here?
I don't know. He's so good. Now, will he be the favorite player? Probably not. But he's been excellent. He's been excellent. He plays into the whole thing. Like, he's excellent to have on the team.
Okay. Who's up?
I
gotta count.
Jim is.
I'm up. Okay.
Oh, perfect. This one's great for you, Jim.
Most hated Pirates player of the year. I think this one was kind of a runaway. Like, I don't think this one was close. But Austin Hedges, congratulations. You were the most hated Pirate of the year. I mean, well-deserved win here. Like, I can't imagine anyone possibly being more hated than this guy. Like, he broke records when it came to catcher's interferences. He was like the worst hitter, like a bottom 5 worst hitter all time.
Of all time, fam.
Yeah, like it was bad. But hey, you know what? Austin Hedges might win a World Series tonight, so jokes on us, I guess. But no, this is a very well-deserved win.
Every single bit that everybody feared about Austin Hedges being signed came to fruition. tenfold. He was as bad as advertised. Much worse. He was atrocious. Like literally the worst human being you could have on this roster. He was awful. And he started so many damn games. He was so bad. I can't believe we had the podcast about him for 3 damn months.
I think more than anything, that's why I hated him so much, because we had to just talk about him so much. Like I would have not hated him if he was a backup catcher playing twice a week. I would have been fine with that.
Sorry.
But the fact that we were playing him pretty much every day, it just
he was so bad.
it got to me.
I remember
It's one of these situations.
Go
Again,
ahead.
I mean, I think last year, like Josh Manmeter won. You know, like it's always the guy, the person who wins this typically is the guy who's bad and is put in a position to be playing more than they ever should. And clearly that's been proven once again, hands down, as Austin Hedges made his first plate appearance the other night in the postseason. And I could be wrong, Jim. Did we decipher? Did he pitch in more games than he pitched in more games than he started? We'll say that. That
Yeah.
we know of.
Yeah.
When the trade happened for the Rangers. So, like, we see that he shouldn't have been playing that much because the Rangers traded for him and said, sit the bench. We just want your vibes. And so, like, it's unfair to him a little bit, but it's well deserving because he was bad. He was very, very bad.
And then they capped it all off when he told everybody that we just don't understand the catcher position. Right? That was kind of like a Ray Searage game within the game type moment.
Yeah.
I don't think people enjoyed that very much.
I think that's the part that really set people off. At some point, you can live with the fact that the Pirates are going to trot this guy out here, and they gave him $5 million. Like, he's going to go out there and play every day. When he's running his mouth a little bit about how stupid we are. No, you're just really bad. Like, nobody else will employ you because you're really bad. And he's employed right now, but as you guys said, he don't play. He's bad.
You would think the team that's in the World Series and likely to win is probably pretty smart, right?
He's a third catcher.
So I guess the smart people also said, "You're not that good. You're not that guy."
Terrible.
Yeah, we've talked enough about Austin Hedges.
God.
Hopefully, this award is the last that we have to.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about him ever. Actually,
can we bury Austin Hedges tonight?
No, not yet. Looking at this list, we can't yet.
All right.
No.
Well, I said tonight, not this moment, but tonight.
No, we're going to go ahead and talk about him more.
Yeah.
He does bring good.
I'd rather not. I don't want to talk about him ever again after tonight.
No, I will. I'll complain about him more.
All right. Tyler, you're next.
I'm up. We're going with the best tweet next.
I know what that lines me up with.
We're just going to go ahead and go with the Kutch Furries tweet. And I think you can just go ahead and take your pick of that one because he's got plenty of them out there. But I think it really came to a head this year with Ben Roethlisberger podcast. And I can't remember the other podcast, Foolish Baseball, that brought up his, was it Foolish Baseball that brought up?
It was
brought up his numbers with the furries in town. Kutch loves tweeting about the furries. And there is a furry convention all the time in Pittsburgh. So that is our winner.
Kind of a lame choice, for being honest. Got a 162 game season, and that was the best that the people could muster. But I'm not here to trash him.
What I'll say though is it has turned into something, and it's a very good bit right now.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that he was just doing it, but then it caught on, and the fact that it caught on is because, like Tyler was saying, the video was about how every time Kutch is playing and the furries are in town, he's like the greatest hitter of all time just in those games. So you want the furries in town when Kutch is playing. So you want to see that tweet. I want to see that tweet 162 times, Jim. Pittsburgh needs a furry convention every single day next year. So we have at least 81 games of the best player to ever exist. Then maybe the Pirates can make the playoffs. So I guess like for that sentiment, like, it's the best tweet because it means really, really good things.
I need the furries to travel with them.
Traveling furries.
What if
I need traveling furries.
What if that's in like negotiated in this upcoming contract for the Pirates?
Yeah.
I'll do it for $4.5 million, but I need a traveling furry caravan.
Does the pirate parrot count as a furry?
It does. I think it does.
I
right?
don't think it does. No, not a parrot.
I don't really know what
yeah,
like
just-
the
I'm
rules
gonna-
are for
Yeah,
furries, but
I don't actually know what a furry is that much. But
So
Yeah.
the ages don't line up. I was going to say David Bednar retires, right? And he becomes a pierogi furry and just travels along with Andrew McCutcheon everywhere he goes.
Kenny says parrots don't have fur.
I don't know. I don't know what animals have.
No, I mean I brought it. I brought
guess
it
that
up.
makes sense. Like that's
I
the
have no idea.
definition. Like an animal fur.
I don't know if that's a definition at all. I'm not really gonna look it up either.
No,
I agree with Shappy though. I think Kenny does have a furry suit.
we had a good old conversation about our algorithms on our own social media, and I don't think furry looking up is going to fit that very well.
No, I'm not letting that slip into an algorithm.
Nope. I don't need that.
Just
Don't
us
put
talking
that on
about
me,
it is
Ricky
probably
Bobby.
ruined. We need to move on. Just us
Yeah.
talking about it is dangerous.
All right,
Yeah.
so it's up to me. All right, so we had a favorite. Or were we lined up at? Oh, sorry, best tweet. We had best tweet.
Yes, we're
So
on
now,
worst
obviously, we have to have the worst tweet, and there was a lot of good nominations for this one as well, as always. The winner of this, I think, is also back to back, if not back to back to back.
No,
Also,
no. Last year was Brian.
oh, you're right. It was Cornell for, yeah,
who's no longer.
those purposes.
Yeah, this category, the nominations are a little bit depleted because he left Twitter.
We got suspended.
Okay.
Probably close to the reasons that he won this award last year as well.
Right.
But we'll move on. No, this person's always nominated though, for sure. Blocked me this year as well because he couldn't take what I called him out for things like this. So Cody Duncan takes home the worst tweet because of the good news, and he is okay. Turned out to not be too okay. So there's that. So congratulations, Cody. You won worst tweet.
Congrats, Cody. Yeah, I think this is at least two. I think this is at least 2 wins for Cody. I don't know if this was last year, but I think he may have won 2 years ago.
Well, he won worst Twitter account last year.
Okay.
And you're right. He didn't get the worst tweet. That was Brian.
But no, congrats, Cody. That was a bad tweet. It's a pretty bad tweet.
Yeah, Cody's account sucks.
Yeah. Well, is that it? No other words?
Yeah, I don't want to be too negative on this.
Okay.
All right. Beat writer of the year. I think this is a first time winner. But congratulations. We had him on as a guest this season. Jason Mackey of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. He wins the beat writer of the year. Shout out, Jason.
Yeah.
Very, very good episode you guys had with Jason Mackey right after the Kutch signing. I would recommend anybody that hasn't listened to that yet, I would go back and listen to that. It was excellent.
Yeah, he did have a really, really good, like, what he was a great guest, right? We talk about like some people come on and they're so, some people come on and they're good. that show with Jason was really, really good.
I agree. And this is pretty monumental because Alex Stumpf has won this award every single year.
Getting
So
upset. It's an upset.
Mackie dethroned Stumpf.
I mean, but Alex Stumpf would always have a video. Where you at, Mackie?
Yeah, where's Mackie's acceptance speech?
We have no videos for the show.
Next year.
Next year, we'll get on it.
Well,
we
he's
pushed back
well,
the show like
I
3
mean,
times.
like Mackie's got to do better next year so that he can win it again and get an acceptance video.
I agree.
All right. Well, we got on the next one.
Yep, let's roll on.
All right. Well, we got the Steve Blass Award, which is the best announcer. We're giving it to Bob Walk this year. Thought about it.
Looks like you
I
still
think
are.
we're at the point right now where the old head I kind of enjoy a little more now.
Ooh.
You call him Bob old?
Oh, he's old.
No, I enjoy Bob Walk a lot. And when he really shines is like those like I know we talked about this last year too a lot, but when he's on those broadcasts where like he's the one guy and they bring in another guy on the other team, like he really does a good job. He's funny, he's entertaining, keeps you on your toes. Yeah, great announcer.
When he keeps himself on his own toes.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love Bob Walk. I'll say this: I think a lot of the Pirates announcers get like a bad rap, but I think we've got some decent guys. But yeah, big Bob Walk fan.
I love Bob Walk. I absolutely love him. So like when Tyler was like, I'm growing, like he's growing on me or whatever. I've always loved Bob Walk. He's just he's a wild card. And again, I mean, and I know how much Bucko Mike loves the fact that he fell off his chair. I mean, he posts that meme 30,000 times a year, I believe. But like, yeah, like there's nothing to like hate about Bob Walk. Like I love him in the Pirate games, but Jim, what you're saying is absolutely correct. When he's on the Peacock broadcast, that dude just shines. Like what I love about him on the Pirates broadcast is he's kind of joking and fun and tells stories and this and that. But that dude knows ball. Of course he does. But like when he goes on the Peacock broadcasts, he just shines, man. He is excellent. I love Bob Walk.
I don't dislike Bob Walk. I think himself with Greg Brown is not great. I think he's much better with, as Jim said, when he's on like that major telecast on Apple TV, or if he's with Joe Block. I think at some point you've been with some guy so long that Greg Brown's just
Kind of like this show. How we've been together so long. It's gotten just
we got a good like 11 years left of us.
That's why we gave Ryan the boot.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why we brought in the other guys for the post game shows. You guys are tired of us,
right?
Tired of myself.
All right. So I guess that wraps up the fan votes. So the remaining of the show is all voted on by us. We talked about this, discussed, and came up with it. So let's start with the very first one. So the best NS9 podcast featured guest award. Now, what I will say, there's a lot of competition this year because this year we had a lot more guests than we ever really did. I think we certainly raised the bar this year, the level of guests also. So like the winner of this one's some pretty good competition. And I want to say, I agree like with what you said, Tyler. Like I really enjoyed the Jason Mackey show as well. I think it's really, really good. I mean, there's a whole list of names that we could talk about, but the one that really, really, I think set everything apart was Eric Longenhagen from Fangraphs. When we brought him on, we went and dived into the prospects, and we didn't really know what to like expect in that show. The reason we brought him on though was they came out with the Fangraphs rankings, and there was a lot of smoke being thrown at him. What's Fangraphs doing? This guy's an idiot. And when we brought him on, I mean, that guy knew prospect like 1 through 50 in the Pirate system and talked like at length about basically every single one. So you could disagree with him, but he knew his stuff. He could tell you exactly why he ranked them. I think it was an excellent show, and I can't wait to hopefully have him on again.
Yeah, everything you just said. Prior to this, we would have, Tim Williams has been on, another great guest, and knows the Pirates system like the back of his hand. He did an incredible job, and I think it was just like a scheduling thing this year. Like we couldn't get Tim, so it was like, all right, well, let's get Eric. And I was a little worried, like maybe Eric won't know the depth of the Pirates prospects quite as well as Tim. But it was pretty incredible the amount of just Pirates prospect knowledge that Eric had. He walked through pretty much everybody that we talked about. Talked for like 5 to 10 minutes on like every meaningful Pirates prospect and gave you reasons why he liked somebody or why he didn't like somebody. So that was a really impressive episode. I enjoyed that one a lot. We even had some of the players reach out to us after that, and like, yeah, that was a good show. That was a good show. I liked it.
No, Eric was awesome. I felt like we could bring up every single Pirates prospect in the organization. He would know something about them. And really, like looking back, he was probably right on like 90%.
Yeah, that was really impressive too.
It was just a really good episode. Like the guy knows ball.
Yeah, he was good. Really good. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one.
That's how it works.
Okay. The next one is the V05 award. We couldn't get a Head and Shoulder sponsorship, so this goes to the best hair on the team. I think this was a unanimous choice between the three of us. But Andre Jackson wins this. Just an incredible head of hair. Like first game up, because kind of an unknown commodity. First game up, he makes his Pirates debut, and it was like, I like this guy. And it was just because of his hair. So, yeah, Andre Jackson, well deserved. There were probably a few options here, but yeah, Andre definitely the winner here.
Jim, you got a guy with that kind of hair and that kind of changeup.
The deadly combo.
That's different.
Lifetime contract.
Him a check.
For real though. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, the hair's great, but also there's some stuff, Doug. Ready for it, Doug? There's some stuff that's pretty intriguing about him too as a pitcher. So yeah, deserving
especially
choice,
at first. Especially at first. Like he came up and he threw like 6 hitless innings or something like that.
Yep.
No, and the other part is I don't really know that anybody else I can think of off the top of my head. That could be a Head and Shoulders or VO 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So I was thinking like Connor Joe, could have
hair, but
Jack's got a nice set of hair.
Yeah, no, that's I'm not giving Jack Sawinski a single award around here.
I feel like Endy's got some good hair too.
I don't know that I see Endy's hair that often.
Can you go G1 Bay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. All right, so after the Head and Shoulders / we couldn't get an award, we're going to move on to the most outstanding comedy performance, and we're going to throw it back, Jim. Austin Hedges and his catcher's interference. Jim, just go ahead, bud.
Yeah, it was unreal. The amount of catcher's interferences that we had this year. I've never seen that. Like it's an obscure thing that you'll see maybe pop up once a year. But I feel like Austin Hedges was getting a catcher interference penalty for every week, every other week. He had to have broken records. It was absolutely ridiculous how many that he had. And it felt like every single time that he did get one, it was like costly. Like it led to a run. It led to a big run. It was a rough season all around for Hedges until he got to be just like a cheerleader in the World Series. Then it got pretty good for him.
Yeah. What I want to say about this, though, this is good. This is good, Pirates fans, that I went to Austin Hedges for this reason, because it was deserving. But every year we had a clear cut, okay, this was shown on MLB Network 500,000 times because it's never been done in baseball, right? Like 12 guys couldn't touch first base one year. One guy ran a guy back from first to home. There's all these like stupid plays. The fact that it's this one made me feel kind of good this year. Like you had to actually search and find a reason. And again, well deserved. But it wasn't like as egregious or as noticeable or something that was just went viral time and time again. So Pirate fans, be thankful that it was this. That's my biggest takeaway.
That's a good point. No one had to flee the country due to what happened this season.
Correct.
I will say that whenever I submitted my own entry there, I couldn't really think of one.
Well,
And that's
was your
good.
entry. You said, I don't know.
Yeah. Jim came up with a better one, but like just the play wise, I mean, I can't really remember one that was Will Craig level.
Or like
Right.
defo level, like there was just nothing that was just super like egregious. It's good.
Yeah. Progress, baby.
All right, up next. This one had a couple. I think we were back and forth on two instances, but most outstanding drama performance, and it goes to Carlos Santana walk-off against the Brewers Friday night. City Connect jerseys for the first time. He homers. It was 2 outs in the 9th inning, down by 1. Homer to win it. And then he does, the running around the bases, and then just the dancing, down the third baseline before he goes home, and touches home. That was an outstanding moment. Probably one of my favorites of the year. Palacios also had some good ones too that maybe deserve to be in here, but we're gonna go with Santana in that walk off.
Also, there was the 9-0 comeback against the Reds. But
yeah,
the other part that set this apart was the Greg Brown. And I know I just said something negative about him. What? Oh, yeah, Komova. Looking back, it makes it very fun.
Yeah. No, that was a great moment.
I just think that, the moment itself, the other one is like Josh Palacios walk off, right? Like on his birthday. And for the same reasons that Carlos Santana, like the dancing, like Palacios was so spontaneous and it was just appeasing, right? You just looked at it just looked great. But Carlos Santana was first. They were still kind of good. Like they were good vibes. Maybe they're a better team. Like maybe this walk-off actually means something as well. Of course, it's the Brewers they're doing it against. So I feel like the whole moment and everything was just fantastic. And then also I want to say, wasn't it after that game that they created the home run jacket?
No. Home run jacket was like early on in the year.
It was before that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then
Santana's walk-off was, I think, like right before the All-Star break.
It was early. Because they were kind of out of it at that point.
Yeah, it was kind of early on.
Santana's homer? No, it was like
they weren't.
The Pirates were still like in it, but it was when they were playing bad baseball. But everybody was. But they were still in it at that point.
I remember the night because I swore a bunch with DiNardo on PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't know. Not that we really need to worry about that right now, but at any rate, well deserved.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Komova.
It was Furry's weekend, as OG points out.
Doesn't help. I don't know when Furry's weekend was.
All right.
All All right, Tyler, you're next.
Move on. The next one is the comeback player of the year. And this year, I mean, Jim had a different opinion than me and you, Dardo, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this wasn't
But
my pick, but I got it
It
overruled.
was
apparently.
not Jim's pick, but our pick was Andrew McCutcheon. I don't think there's another answer.
All right, then he's the winner.
He was the
My thing on this is I feel dirty picking him because I don't want to.
Who the hell else?
I don't
you
want to
giving
feel Andrew
it
McCutcheon
to?
had to come back from something, you know,
He
like it's Andrew
did.
McCutcheon. But the fact that
He literally came back.
I know, and I want to find someone more like deserving, I guess. Because again, like I just feel like this is one of those awards where I don't know. At any rate, though, like it's McCutcheon for me as well because he wasn't that good, and this year he was awesome. He was awesome. So because of that, he does win it. I guess where I'm at is like I just want someone who'd be like much worse than what Andrew McCutcheon was last year. Because I don't want to put it as like Andrew McCutcheon was bad because he wasn't, but just because of how good he was this year, that's why I gave him the vote.
Yeah, I mean, he went basically from an average hitter last year to a good hitter this year. Like I said, my pick was different. We won't talk about my pick. Andrew McCutcheon's the winner. It's a well-deserved award, and you could take this a few different ways too. Like he was coming back to Pittsburgh, so you know the comeback has it's
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
multi-definitional, if that's a word. I don't know if multi-definitional is a
I
word.
literally
we're
just
gonna
said that.
Yeah, we're gonna use that.
I literally just said he literally came back.
I don't listen when you speak.
That's fair. I don't either.
No, so yeah, good win there.
It's
You're
my
up,
turn, isn't it?
Leonardo. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the declined though award, which is funny because this award was named after the previous person because everyone was talking about how Kutch declining back in what 2015, 16. So the decline though award coined after Ryan Platt obviously goes for the person who declined the most, right? And sadly, there are a lot of options for this one as well.
There were.
I think there's one that's probably pretty clear cut. When you enter the system and you fly through and become one of the top prospects and looked upon as being one of the top players hoping to be for this upcoming year and like a breakout season, and you find yourself in the complex league, that's a decline. And this one goes to Ronzi Contreras, who didn't finish the year in Pittsburgh. So this sucks. It's one of those awards where like this sucks. And Ronzi's gonna have to take this award home with him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you expected a lot out of him. He made 18 starts last year and like finished the year 3.79 ERA. Like everything was kind of going well. And then yeah, you had pretty big expectations of Contreras this year, and he just didn't live up to them in any way. I think there was maybe one game where he pitched well, like maybe two, but for the most part, he was just flat out awful every time out. Whether he was starting, whether he was in the bullpen, and then you send him to AAA, and he still was bad there too. Like it was a rough year.
Yeah. This might be like a I'm very concerned about him award. But I don't know what else to say about him because at this point I have no faith in him. Literally
How
none.
can you? Yeah. How could you?
It's rough. This is where the best Pirates meme account, Vinny, creates a meme and just says tread.
Yeah.
Because that's what needs to happen to hopefully
Just
find
rename
out.
it to like That One Hurts award. Because basically they lost Rwanzi and that one hurts.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Next one. the Lonnie Chisenhall Award. So I think you can all understand what the Lonnie Chisenhall Award means. There was an incredible Lonnie Chisenhall Award winner this year. He basically just fit the mold perfectly. You sign him to a 1-year deal plus an option. He goes into spring training, and then halfway through spring training, he all of a sudden basically can't feel his arm and grip a baseball like just kind of basic things that you need to do to be a pitcher. So yeah, this is an easy win for Harleen Garcia. $2.5 million deal with a club option that I can't imagine is being picked up next year. He pitches a grand total of 0 games with 0 innings. So yeah, Harleen Garcia, this year's Lonnie Chisenhall Award winner.
Maybe the easiest pick I've ever made.
Yeah, like purely just epitomize like the entire award. This is what it's for.
Yeah.
Yep.
So congrats, Garcia.
We
You
had
won
that
something this year.
like that episode with Justice where we were talking about lefties. And, you can't feel his arm. Like, oh, all right. So here we are.
But just think, if we had Harleen Garcia, we may have never gotten Ryan Barucki.
Okay. What's next?
You're up.
Okay.
You tell us.
Well, we're going with most improved. It's a guy that I don't think we would have named until
Ryan
probably
Barucki.
August. I mean, I don't think there's an answer other than Brian Hayes. Because he's the only slight piece of this team right now that I feel like we all have a little bit of faith in. He's the difference.
I think we all are extremely happy that we're giving this award to Brian Hayes. I think we've all been big Brian Hayes fans, and the fact that he took a giant leap forward this year is a big deal. It's very helpful when it comes to future Pirates teams. I think there were a few people that you could have put in this slot. Jack Swinski comes to mind.
Nope.
Connor Joe comes to mind. So there's some people here, Jason DeLay, there's some people here that you could have thrown in there. Johan Oviedo. I think there's some pitchers too, but no, this was well deserved. Brian Hayes being good is huge for the future Pirates. And yeah, like you mentioned, you wouldn't have given this award to him in July. But those last 2 months of the year, he really turned it around.
And that's what's really big. It's not as if he did what we were hoping, right? And he was most improved because he went from a bad hitter to just an average hitter. I mean, this dude was putting up like MVP type offensive numbers for those past few months. This is big. So well deserved for the most improved player for Brian Hayes. Just keep kind of doing that this upcoming year, and that should be good. Appreciate it.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah, keep doing that. Win an MVP. We'll be good.
All right. So I guess it's my turn now. I think this is probably okay. So if the Lonnie Chisenhall was the easiest award to choose, this is probably the second easiest. Rookie of the Year. Fellas, you saw this crop of rookies come up. Anybody do anything other than this guy that we're going to name? It was awful. Just awful. All the top rookies, all the middle rookies, all the bad rookies were just bad. Except for this one guy, Jared Triolo, the Rookie of the Year for the Pirates. I mean, basically a 2-WAR play of the season. Yeah. I think you could add up all the rookies combined, and it probably ends up being a negative WAR. And then Jared Triolo by himself, basically a 2-WAR season. He had a fantastic year. And like the thing about him is he certainly wasn't one of those guys that you were counting on per se. Yeah, I guess Shap says Carmen Robb. Okay, another good rookie, Carmen Majinski. But the Pirates need players like Jared Triolo to come out of somewhat nowhere and be good players. And so far, he's shown that maybe he could be that. So Jared Triolo, Rookie of the Year. Congrats. You certainly earned this one.
Yeah, like you said, I think this was a pretty easy choice. I think Majinski would have been the other option, but no one else really even eligible for this reward, this award, for being honest. Like, that's no one else was even sniffing being good enough to win this award.
I agree with Jim. I think that what we saw from Jared Chirolo was kind of on the Benzoris kind of mold. Do I think he could be that? Maybe not, but from what he did this year, like, by far the best rookie. Agreed. 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 I can see both sides. Agreed.
All right, on to the next one, the Jack Wilson Award. Jack Wilson Award obviously goes to the best defensive player on the team, and I think we've got to give it to the guy who is potentially going to win the Platinum Glove this year. I think he's going to lock up a Gold Glove here in a few days, but that's going to go to third baseman Brian Hayes. His second award. We might as well just rename this, honestly, to the Brian Hayes Award. He's
Pretty much.
He's probably going to win this award every year for the rest of his time in Pittsburgh. Just an incredible defender. He makes the hard plays look so easy. He's just so smooth over there. The Pirates are lucky to have someone that good on the left side of the infield.
It is so fun watching him play defense. He just, like, I feel like it's the best word you just say, just smooth. It's just so smooth. He just makes everything that is hard look easy. And then those ones that are like extremely hard are just so fun to watch him do. And now he's got a bat, guys. He actually can earn the best glove award because he hit this year. But no, I'm with you, Jim. Like, this is going to be like, for the next however long the Pirates decide to keep him, it's his. And then once he's gone, it's going to be renamed the Brian Hayes Award.
Are we still going to, hopefully we're not doing this still.
I don't know. Like, he could be gone in 2 years.
2 years? Good Lord. It's a long time for me.
All right. Next
We just went out way out of order, didn't we?
No,
I think
Jim's-
you're up.
No,
Jim's
I
going
think
twice.
Yeah,
No,
Jim
you're
just
up
jumped
now.
back in and was like, all right, we'll
That's
do this
not
one.
true.
Yeah, you
Hold
did.
on. Who had Rookie of the Year?
Me.
Me, no, but I did.
Oh, so I skipped over
No,
Leonardo.
I
just
did.
jumped the horse there. No, I
You
did.
had most improved. I had Rookie of the Year.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
had
talked about
I had
Jared Triolo.
I had Lonnie Chisenhall, then you had most improved, and then
Ah,
Leonardo had
okay.
Rookie of the Year. So yeah, I was correct.
Run
You're
back
next.
the tape.
So the next award is the Worst Pirates Podcast. I present North Shore 9 as the winner. Congrats, Tyler and Jim.
You know what?
Yeah.
The surprisingly tolerable North Shore 9 podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
That was-
Well, then I'll
You're
just
up,
announce
Tyler.
the next award here. Since everybody else, aside from me, wants to jump the gun, it's the reliever of the year, the Kent Takovi Award. It's David Bednar. No, but like shocker. Dave Bednar wins.
Baraki
there's,
Raw.
there's really no other choice here except for David Bednar. The Pirates had a decent bullpen this year. It was one of the strengths of their team, but yeah,
It wasn't
like,
terrible.
Bednar was one of the best relievers in baseball. He deserves this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those situations you don't have to talk too much about this. It's
I
David
still think
Bednar.
we're out of order, but it's fine.
We're not. So, my turn once again because 1, 2, 3. The Doug Drabeck Award. So, Kent Colvey is the best reliever. Doug Drabeck, the best starting pitcher. And I think this, you could maybe argue, but I think it's pretty much, we know who the winner is, hands down. It's not Rowansy. He's not Rob Fellas. Mitch Keller, the best starting pitcher. again, like at the end of the year, when you look at the actual numbers as far as ERA, there's maybe two that you could argue with or whatever. But I just think hands down, watching him pitch, seeing him, he was certainly the best relief or starter this year. I'm still just liking what I see about Mitch Keller and the fact that he's near 200 innings this year. See what he's going to do next year, another whole off season, more confidence. Mitch Keller's a dude.
I'll say this: Ryan Barucki may be robbed here. 2 starts, didn't give up a single run for Ryan Barucki. No,
Yeah,
Mitch.
He was robbed twice.
It's
Mitch-
Velasquez was as well.
Mitch wins hands down. The longevity, the amount of innings that he threw, just incredibly valuable for this team, especially down the stretch. He took a
Also-
big step forward this year. I'm excited to see what he can do next year.
It's also just the amount of innings that he ate in a position where he probably shouldn't have. On a normal team, he wouldn't have had to go out there and toss like 3 innings of 8 run ball. So, yeah, like I don't think there's a question there that it's Mitch Keller, but I was questioning it on whether Johan Oviedo was the answer, because he was very good this year.
Yeah, he was good.
He might
Yeah.
actually get robbed this entire award system.
But I think that's fair. That's why I did want to say it. Like when you look at the total numbers, like their ERAs aren't that far off. Mitch Keller's had a really, really bad stretch there in the middle of the year. And Johan Oviedo just had odd games where he just imploded. But like the games that he was on, he was better than Mitch Keller, if that makes sense. It's just he was worse than Mitch Keller also. And that's why I kind of even out. But Mitch Keller, I think more the consistency and like everything, like the eye test as well. The eye test says Mitch Keller over Johan.
Yeah.
Yep.
But again, that's cool for Johan to even be considered right now. We said that he's a reliever last year, and now he's in discussion for this. Granted, the Pirates had 2 starting pitchers.
Yeah,
that
there
year.
were literally 2 choices here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
Donardo, are you up?
No, I just said that one also.
Oh,
Jesus,
okay, so
guys.
I'm up. So next up is the Brian Giles Award, which goes to the best hitter on the team. And really, the way we kind of did this is we went to like who had 300 plate appearances and who had the best numbers. And the answer to that question is Andrew McCutchen. Andrew McCutchen was the Pirates' best hitter this year. I think it was a 115 weighted runs created plus. He did it in a weird way. Tons of walks, really high OBP, a little bit of pop, but yeah, good. We already talked about Cutchin, the comeback season that he had. So I don't think any of us expected Andrew McCutchen to have the highest weighted runs created plus on this team when we signed him, but here we are.
I think it was basically from my point of view, it was that I'm not giving Jack Sawinski an award. Because technically, like, Jack Sawinski probably should be the answer here. Not giving it to him.
I think he certainly is in the discussion, right? Much like our last award. But again, the reason I'm giving it to Kutch is simply the reason I brought up the question early on in the year. Kutch was just consistent. I know he had a bad month, but outside that month, just consistent. Where Jack Sawinski was just way, way up and down. Like you couldn't rely on him. Kutch was in the game. You felt like he was getting on base. He was going to do something good each game in and out, right? Each week in and out. So to me, yeah, it's Kutch for me.
With that being said, Pirates need a better hitter next year. Hopefully next year's winner of this
Can't win
is
this.
better than 115 weighted runs created plus.
And that guy could be on the team. But yeah. What Jim said.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going with the Barry Bonds Award here next, which, Donardo, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the most valuable player on this team.
Yes.
Yep.
We're going
Because he
with
should be in the
Brian.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, naturally. Brian Hayes. Like, what he did at the plate in the last half of the year and what he has done his entire career in the field, it's Brian Hayes.
This is one of those situations too, like how Jim was saying, there needs to be a better hitter.
Yeah.
Hayes had an outstanding final 2 months, right? But this is also one of those situations where there wasn't a whole lot of competition, if that makes sense. Like, you can't have the type of season he had this year and that be the winner next year. But hopefully he can win it because the final 2 seasons he had, the final 2 months of the season he had, carries over to next year. And he just does that and has a 10-WAR year, and he takes home Barry Bonds hardware again. But yeah, like, because the defense, because of how he ended the season, the bat ended up being a good bat overall. Hands down wins this award.
Yeah, I think you could have. The other option here may have been Mitch Keller, but yeah, just I mean, Hayes going out there, 124 games, the defense, the way the bat played, especially towards the end there, he deserved this. But yeah, kind of going back, if the Pirates want to be a good baseball team, their best player needs to be worth more than 3.2 wins.
Unless they have 10 of them.
Right. You still need you need a star. But hey, if Hayes does next year what he did the last 2 months of the year, he's that guy.
He's Mike Trout. Good Mike Trout.
Kenny brings up a good point here too. Bednar could have been an option here as well. Pirates probably, if they don't have Bednar, they would they finish with 76 wins? Without Bednar, they may not have 70. I don't know if you can really measure. I don't know how you measure relievers worth that much, but the fact that he was so automatic was pretty big.
No, I agree. Well, that wraps up our award show. So if you didn't win an award this year, you suck.
Just be better.
Actually,
be better,
if you won an award, you also might suck. But do better next year.
And hopefully next year it's a good team. And when it's a good team, I feel like a lot of these newer Pirates Twitter people, they haven't really experienced good baseball before. So I'm kind of excited to see what Pirates Twitter can be like in its present state with a good baseball team. Because it was great back in the day.
I'm not.
Well, you don't
Tyler's
like
not
bubbly,
looking
positive
forward.
people.
Tyler's not looking forward to it.
No, I'm looking forward to a competitive Pirates team, but God, the way the Twitter sphere is going right now. No. I think them people need to learn, like, they need what we went through.
So you're saying they need more losing seasons?
No, they got to understand what it's like to be beat down.
No, you know what? This is kind of like the I'm not going to get into all that stuff, but it's almost like the student loan argument, right? Where it's like, I paid off my student loan, so you should have to pay off mine. Be
yeah,
like, no, let's
exactly.
Let's just make it so
right now.
Let's just make it so that
kids.
everybody's life can be better, right? Let's just make everyone's life better.
Nope. Pass.
I wasn't making any statement there, but just saying.
Nope. Pass.
I understand to experience
because
joy.
Yeah, but okay.
Tyler's joy comes
Shut up.
from people's misery.
Let me talk. Jim's right. I actually would like them to be able to have their enjoyment, but I want to be able to beat them down with a bat. Like, you don't know what we're talking about. Go away. I want them to be able to enjoy it, but I also want to be able to be like, no, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
You already do that.
True.
But at any rate, I'm with you, Jim. I like those years was super fun on Twitter. Now, Twitter was a different beast back then as well. I'm also curious how people are going to respond. But I'm interested. The thing is too, we have moments. Think about the Dodgers, even last year when the Pirates team was terrible. But how fun was the Dodgers series last year on that bad team? That was fun on Twitter. Pirates sweep the Dodgers. You know, like there's moments you see the potential Pirates Twitter has. So if next year it could be a good team, I'm looking forward to being on Twitter, enjoying it, interacting. And then you're right. Who knows how they'll carry over to the fanboys?
I just hope next year is very fun.
I just hope everyone has fun.
I just want everyone to have fun.
Both teams.
Both sides.
If you can see the fun on both sides, they will.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. Fellas, are we out of here?
Yes. Tyler wants to go.
Before we go, let me just say a few things. The Rangers could win the World Series tonight. I know we had some things planned in the background. We're not going to release them yet and tell you, but I am going to tease. There's a lot of stuff coming. Monday, guys. Be on the lookout on Monday for something pretty big happening with North Shore 9. Are we good on that date?
Yeah, Monday.
Okay. So we'll be teasing out here soon, but Monday, something big's happening in North Shore 9. Be on the lookout. Yes, Kenny says Monday. And then after that, I mean, things we do know, we're going to be rolling out some more shows. Of course, NS9 Jeopardy is also coming back. So we talk about you guys and participating. I trolled Vinny, but yes, NS9 Jeopardy is coming back this off season. So if you want to participate, you might have your opportunity to. But a lot of stuff coming. It's the off-season mode. We'll get our run of guests again. We'll get our shows out there. But stay tuned. I think we'll be releasing it on Friday, though, right? The news to look out for Monday. So there's that.
Yep.
You can guess it. I'll give you a retweet. But I guess on that note, we'll get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Once again, thank you if you were a part of this. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
See you all.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.